Hi everyone, this is Bobby from bn-games.com, and we're here doing another classic capture. Today we're playing Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES.
You know that that's a stage? Those are curtains. You ever realize that?
Yeah.
No, that just hit me.
You know what also it is? You know the part that bothers me every time I start it is I forget there's no music at the intro. It's completely silent until you hit start. And then you were like, oh, so my volume is up. And then sometimes your volume would be too high on the TV and then it would blur your ears out.
You know what bothers me? Luigi, that jealous bastard, jumps on Mario at the beginning.
What a dick.
Yes.
I would consider it.
You know what you probably forgot?
What?
The original Mario Atari game that's on here. In the first level, if you go backwards.
Yeah, forget about that. So, oh, there's a whole bunch right there, a whole bunch of information all in one little thing. So, if you have owned an NES, it's very likely you played this game.
Better have played this game.
If you ever played a Mario game and you didn't play the original, you probably played this one, because you probably skipped the original. I doubt it, but it's entirely possible. This game was Mario was breaking records everywhere. I mean, sales for console and everything else, popularity, especially here in the States. And Super Mario Bros. 3 was first premiered with gameplay footage in a film called The Wizard, which was a really, really bad video game-based movie. And we're not going to talk about that because it's pretty terrible. But the first video of this game was played there in that movie, and that you know what it really was? It was a big commercial for this game. It really was. It plays like a Mario game. All the physics feel very similar, but obviously compared to the real blocky Super Mario Brothers, visual aesthetic, Mario has a proper sprite and proper animation and everything else.
It's more fluid.
It developed.
He moves much more fluid, I would say.
You also can see that he has Tanuki tail that I have right now. The Tanuki tail Tanuki is a animal in Japan. I guess it's a flying squirrel, and it allows you to fly if you run and then keep tapping the B button.
Or spin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can use the tail as a weapon, although I don't recommend it.
Actually, I used to use tail a lot.
Also, when Mario gets a star, he becomes a breakdancer, and he can do backflips and somersaults.
Like I said, he's much more fluid.
He gives hope for us big people everywhere.
This is also one of the first games, I believe, that had the slot bonus. With the cards.
Wasn't it the first?
There was something in 2, but this one had a very... I mean, you picked up the cards and it,
I hated that boomerang guy. I hated the guy with the hammers too, but the boomerang guy always seemed worse.
So, for anyone who's grew up in the NES era, this is probably their favorite game on the NES, or very close. There is an old standing retro argument that, obviously not that big today, but, is this better than Super Mario World, which came out on the SNES a couple years after this? Because this was released in September 1988, and Super Mario World was released in 1991 with with the Super Nintendo's release. Personally, I prefer Super Mario World. That's always been my take. Super Mario Bros. 3 it stands apart in its own, and obviously in Super Mario World you see a lot of inspiration from this game. A lot of mechanics and level themes here make it to World after the fact. I still prefer World, but this game still holds up. I think the thing that always strikes me is the color palette is kind of washed out, like a pastel washed out.
I always actually liked that about this game.
I don't know, if it was a little more vibrant. I always thought, like, back in the old days, you must be young if you don't remember this, but back in the old days on our TV, you actually had to change the color yourself. You had to tune the color, and to some extent you could make this more vivid in that aspect. Not in this day and age. That doesn't happen. TVs automatically do that to some extent, but you don't have knobs. You don't you don't tune the channel.
And you don't have a contrast and
obviously your TV has that, but it does it digitally and it's not the same.
Well, even in the mid '90s, it had digital, but it was still you had to tune it. I remember one of our old TVs had where you go into the menu and do that. I mean, I don't know though. I never really had to quite do it too much with these. I mean, the games were pretty basic.
I guess we should date the video. I'm actually doing this video, this particular Super Mario Bros. Because we're doing a giveaway right now, and I thought it would be best if we did this video so it was done with when we give out the game. So, Marco, how much did you play of this?
I will say I played 1 a lot more than this one, and I played World a lot more than this one because I had an NES, but I remember the Super NES a little bit better. I don't know. I'm just it still holds up. I know playing it 1 still holds up, but this just like I said, it's got that fluidity that just if you practice enough, you can become really good at it. You can get out of sticky situations where you didn't have that option on 1.
I used to be really good at this. I could always get it. I'm still really good at this.
I got robbed.
That's a pretty interesting creation you made there.
It's like an elixir. So, if you're younger, then you probably played the new Super Mario Brothers, which is on the Wii and on the DS, and you'll notice from a level layout, it's they basically take it from this game. This game is where a lot of that level design came from. I mean, Super Mario World had its own thing, and Super Mario 64 obviously was something else, with paintings and that kind of thing. But the level, a lot of the ideas you see in New Super Mario Brothers Wii or the DS version, they really pushed to be this game. This little drop-down thing with the spikes, you saw a lot of that in Super Mario World.
For sure.
Except it was Mode 7. That looked better.
Although, being this is towards the end, you could say,
of the
NES.
NES.
Yeah, the NES life cycle. It still looks really good. Holds up really well. That whole washed out color palette still bothers me.
And he break dance and he's trying to dance with you. Actually, dance with me because I'm the one who's
stealing
playing.
my spotlight.
This is the one that added the run mechanic, didn't it?
No, all of them had run.
Yeah.
But this one had visually you saw him run.
Visually.
Well, you might have visually, but...
Didn't he also have the wall hop?
No. That wasn't World.
Was that World? Okay, I wasn't sure about that. Like I said, I played a lot more World.
I don't remember World having the wall bump.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't exactly a wall. It was a wall run, and then you could jump off the wall. Not like a bounce. That was 64. Well, proper wall bounce, like Mega Man kind of thing.
You can get some real speed on this.
Yeah, I personally just like getting through the level. I'm not one of those that need to collect every coin, kill every little thing. I want to get to the end as fast as possible because I like the momentum. That's one thing. The momentum really holds true here. That's still really good. And I thought I was doing pretty good considering I haven't played this game. And this one, now usually we say I haven't played it in a long time. I would say it's been maybe 5 years, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's been about that for me also. Because I remember you and me, we'd play this for hours
Until World came out.
Then when we play World. I always used to love the Star Zone.
The Star Zone.
That's gonna be a ton of video.
Yeah.
But this one, I mean, it's a precursor, and like I said, for those who grew up in the NES.
My problem with this game, there's not enough Yoshis.
Oh, and I got this. I got this on video. I was like, yeah, pretty badass.
You got lucky.
No, it was skill, sir.
Luck.
Skill.
Skill called luck?
So that's what you call skill, then? Luck?
Yes.
Yes.
I always like this. You're trying to save his princess instead of giving you all 3 chests. No, you can only have 1.
This Toad seems kind of misshapen here.
And then, this is another thing.
Wide.
This was this was the first Mario to have like an inventory with the bonus items that you could use, like if you lost them. Something World had, but World you were only able to keep 1 instead of like 6 in this one.
Toad looks way too wide. I think that's a problem.
I was like,
he wasn't on Weight Watchers yet.
Oh, okay. See, this is one of my favorite levels. I've always liked the ship.
Ships. Every boss had a ship.
Well, I like this one in particular.
I always thought it was like, with all the bullet dodging, I was like Mario the Matrix with Neo.
Considering the Matrix had come out.
Yeah, but like now, I can compare it.
Now you can.
Now you know what inspired them.
Yes.
I was
The Wachowski
The Wachowski siblings.
siblings,
right.
yes.
Siblings is a proper
PC, correct.
PC. Nothing against it, but that's let's be honest, that's how you say it.
Yep. And he's dodging the bullets like Neo, because he is the one. Well, the one Mario.
The one plumber.
This guy's got terrible. You know what? And the other thing is just Bowser's sons are incompetent. They always bring the ship low so Mario can get on top of it. You know what kind of driver is that?
Because of Peach.
I'm just saying. It's
They're half blonde. What can you expect?
that entire theory.
Yeah.
Peach's children.
We'll talk about that in the later.
Yeah. Alright, everyone. Well, this is Super Mario Brothers 3. It is what it is. I mean, you really can't beat this one to death because you know what it is. You played it, and if you haven't played it, you should.
And if you have an NES collection, you don't have this, you don't have an NES collection.
Pretty much. So, please subscribe. Let us know what you think. Leave us comments, and more coming soon. Thank you.